Hi, it's Anjanette Fennell, your literary coach, coming to you today to talk about the third way to fix those top 5 mistakes that writers are making when they are approaching agents and publishers. Now, previously, I talked to you about how to fix up your query letter and then also how to do the research on the agents and publishers that you would like to approach. So if you haven't already seen those, go back, find them either in this stream or linked somewhere on my blog, on my website. Check those out. But today, I want to talk to you about qualified readers. So one of the mistakes that writers are making is they are not getting their manuscript read by a qualified reader or readers before they're submitting it to an agent or a publisher. And this is a huge mistake because we are not objective enough with our writing. So even if we're not talking about editing, that is actually another video that I will record for you. But we're talking about how our readers taking in our work. Is our manuscript working? On what levels? What sort of catching people out? All sorts of things come up when you have a qualified reader read your work. Now, that sort of tackles the why. Why do you want a qualified reader? Because you need to know where your reader might get stuck with your story or where they might want more information. And this, again, goes for whether or not you're writing fiction or nonfiction. Either one, you need someone outside of yourself to read the manuscript. Now, what makes somebody a qualified reader? Now, I said before, family and friends are lovely, and I really hope that what you get from them is support in all of your creative endeavors. But that also means that when they give you that support, they are not necessarily the best people to give you constructive criticism. And by that I mean they are likely to say, oh, this is really great. They might be really surprised and impressed at what you've written, but they're not going to be able to tell you about any holes that you find in your manuscript that an agent or a publisher will find straight away, right? So likewise, there are other people you can give it to that are really hypercritical and will only read your manuscript through the eyes of their own writing style or writing voice. And we don't want that either. So I'm going to tell you about 5 different places to source a qualified reader. 3 of them are paid, i.e. professionals, and 2 of them are not professionals, i.e. not paid, just in case you can't get the funds together to get a paid qualified reader. Now, you might get some from every section. You don't just want one qualified reader if possible. You want more than one. So take heed, take note of the ones that you think you can tackle, and then get eyes on your manuscript before you submit it to give it the best possible shot of publication. Now, the first place that I would recommend is, again, even here you might want qualification, so recommendation for a manuscript assessment. These are places that will read your manuscript once it's complete and tell you where there are any problems. And it can be really good from the beginning. You can get a whole range of pricing. So you're really going to go out there and do your research on Google for manuscript assessment and see where you feel comfortable. Specifically look at, have they done assessments for manuscripts that are like the manuscript you're sending them? How qualified are their readers, i.e. how long have they been doing this? And just get a sense for that. If you can get a personal recommendation from somebody that you know, so much the better. The next would be an actual editor. Now, there are plenty of freelance editors out there, and oftentimes these are editors who have actually worked for publishers. Those are fantastic people to go to read through your manuscript. Not only can they tell you how much editing work needs to take place, but they can tell you overall what is the state of your manuscript now. Some freelance editors aren't going to offer this. That's okay. Just keep those ones on tap, especially if they seem to be a good fit for your manuscript. Keep them ready for when or if you would like to have your manuscript professionally edited, which, by the way, I recommend. But look for those editors who are willing to read through your manuscript first and give you a few notes on what they are taking away initially. There are people out there who do that job specifically, and those are called beta readers. There are some professional beta readers out there. I have been a professional beta reader, and I do that sometimes for people even now. But beta readers are fabulous because, depending on their experience again, they can get into the head of your target audience, and that's what we're looking for. That sort of ties in to one of the free options that you have. So let's go over to those. I've already mentioned 3. So we've got manuscript assessment organizations. We've got professional editors who may offer just a read through before undertaking any actual editing work. And we've got professional beta readers. So if you've not heard of that term before, now you have, and you can go search for it on Google to see if there are any beta readers who are willing to undertake your manuscript. Along with beta reading, you can get a writing group. So I want to qualify this because I am really particular about being discerning about who you present your writing to. I don't want you to take your baby, your manuscript, and send it out to just anyone. And I have seen far too many writing groups, especially free writing groups, where everyone who's joined, granted they're a writer, so you know that they are enthusiastic about writing. However, some of them are like a tank of piranha. And if you put your work out there, you will get others to tear it apart. Needlessly so. Needlessly so. Maybe they're not your readership. They're not your target audience. Or maybe they just can't read your manuscript without taking away the filter of their own style, their own voice, and their own goals in writing. So they are going to be terribly harsh with your writing for no reason, right? I really stay away. So maybe join a writers group and get a sense of what feedback they're giving other people first. Maybe get a sense in, what kind of reading do they like? What is their writing like? Get a sense about them before you let them read your work. But these groups often do share their writing and give each other, hopefully, fingers crossed, constructive criticism. And if you can get that without taking it on board personally and without them being personal about the writing critique that they're giving, like sticking to the writing, then maybe give it. Well, so I just hesitate because I've seen far too many people have their writing dreams dashed by sharing it with the wrong people. And sometimes these wrong people are actually other writers. So make sure you have a good fit for your writing group, your writing critique group, before you share your writing. The last place is actually your tribe. So if you've actually built a platform, you have a tribe of people. Better yet, you've already collected a group of people who are your target audience. Go out and cherry pick some of those people to read your manuscript. This is especially effective for nonfiction work if it is directly related to the business that you have. Go and cherry pick your readers. Now, what you're looking for are readers who you can give some direction to and say, look, I've written this manuscript. You are one of my top people as far as interaction in this group, and I would love your feedback. Here's the kind of feedback I'm looking for with this manuscript. What can you tell me? I really want you to be honest about it and give them a breakdown of the type of feedback you're looking for. When you go to your tribe, oftentimes you've got a raving fan, so they're a little bit like family and friends. But if you're very specific with them about the feedback that you're looking for, then they can be a beautiful, beautiful sounding board for you before you approach agents and publishers. Now, I purposely was trying to keep this video really short, and it looks like it's gone just about the standard amount of time, a little bit shorter. But please, if you have any questions about where to get your qualified readers from, email me below. Check out my website, anjanettefanel.com, or my other work at storyteller-inc.com, and hit subscribe if you'd like some more information. But please, if I haven't answered any of your questions, leave your question in a comment below, or check me out, ping me on my website. I've got a contact page so you can ask me any question you have, and I'll address it in a further video. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye!